Hello, coach.
Good morning.
Welcome to you all in Nepal, Kathmandu.
Okay.
Feeling comfortable?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So it's already been more than a week here in Kathmandu. And how is winter treating you?
It's a bit cold, but I'm used to it. I'm originally from New York, so I know mornings and evenings can be cold, but during the daytime it's nice and warm like it was in Puerto Rico. So it's nice to get that balance.
What about Richie?
I just struggle with the cold, that's all. The day is beautiful, we go to the stadium and to watch the game. The weather perfect, and after sun comes, start bad day, cold.
Lots of people are just asking about you making a buzz, Jack Stefanowski and Richard Orlowski. And they're asking about the coaches and how they're gonna do with the national team. So first question from my side, what really brought you here in Nepal?
I think it's about opportunities. I was in Puerto Rico, and I had left Puerto Rico, so I was actually out of work. I've been looking for work, and I was fortunate enough that a coaching opportunity, something with the national team, came about, and went for it, and was able to get the job.
What about Richard?
I got offered. I work for an academy. We work close to West Ham United from England.
Wow.
But someone say, "Are you interested to go to Nepal?" I said, "Why not?
Lovely.
Soccer is international game." That's why I came here.
So tell us how you make a good combination between Jack and Richard.
I think my responsibilities for the most part will be with the team. He'll come in and assist me in some of the technical and individual tactical aspects. Also putting together the fitness plan and implementing it. Also another part that Richard will be involved with the player development. So getting some exposure from some of the younger talent here that have a lot of potential, and trying to get them into Europe.
That's great. Okay, we are golnepal.com, and most of the people following us and asking lots of questions for you both coaches. So are you ready to answer all of them?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, I'll jump to the first question that Upadesh Thapa has asked. I mean, he asked like, you must have lots of opportunities, but why you chose Nepal?
I think it's opportunity. To be fair, my dream has always been to be a professional coach, to be a national team coach. So to go to a national team level just presents a big challenge for me, and that's who I am as a person, and I'm willing to accept that challenge.
Yes, Richard?
Like I said, I got this opportunity, and it's something new. I like something. It's gonna work for me on the future. That way.
Tejas Jang Thapa has asked like, how do you plan on sending Nepalese players to play in European leagues? Is that possible?
It is possible. It is possible. Just young player, big potential. That's why we have to send them to Europe, not the first division. We're talking about like second league. After 1 year, they got more experience, and like Poland is the best country for the beginning.
Right.
Because if we send them to England, German, that's too
high
level, and they're gonna back to Nepal after 1 month.
Right.
If they send them to Poland, they start work with them, and trust me, many scouts from another European country come to Poland, and they're looking for young, talented player.
Fantastic.
In Europe, if you're 20, 22, they're interested. If you're 27, 28, a little bit too late.
Right. And most of the followers, golnepal.com followers, they have questions like for the striking problem in the team, and I'll just name off all of them: Salish Karmacharya, RV Roka, and Ayush, UK Shrestha, and they are asking about the improving scoring skills of the strikers.
Okay. The first thing I want to say, scoring is a responsibility of everyone on the team. Maybe the goalkeeper can go up for a corner kick and score. That's very rare, but because it's the responsibility of the whole team, the strategy becomes a very important part of it, how we put the team together and play to our strength to create as many scoring opportunities as we can. Then if you go more into detail, we'll work on the technical and the tactical aspect of, the strikers getting as much repetition as they can in terms of, getting goal scoring opportunities and actually executing them. There's obviously other components, the fitness part of it, so we'll look to improve some of the fitness parts of, the player to make him more successful. And then the last part of it is a psychological one, where can we score under pressure? And it's just a matter of believing and having the confidence, and it's also trial and error. Sometimes you slump, go into bad moments, sometimes you go into good moments.
Right.
So those are things best you can do is work at it, continue to improve, and then just keep believing that it can be done.
That's perfect. Roshan Shrestha has asked, do you coaches have a magic to improve Nepal national team? Do you have a magic?
Yeah, it's just believing. It's a step-by-step process. These are things that take time. Put in the organization, we're putting a lot of detail into the national team program to make it successful. And if we can execute the details and make it step by step, then that has to be the foundation. Then the magic part of it, that's something you have to believe in.
All right,
And I want to say one magic. The magic is we have to give them chance like another country.
Okay.
Like national team got everything.
Right.
That we have to bring new stuff for Nepal team, so they got the same chance, practice, they like another national teams.
Like, can you just elaborate
Like
more?
Poland, like England, we have to bring the something new. Like the facility has to be.
So you mean the infrastructures that they needed for the national team?
Yes.
You mean the proper training field?
They needed equipment for the practice. They needed physical therapy. Jack, you talk about the guy.
Yeah, we've met with the physio. We talked about some of the things already that we can improve on. And everywhere you go, there's room for improvement. Whether you're in the United States, whether you're in Puerto Rico, there's always a standard that we all can improve on. And that's what we hope to bring to the country. Nepal have their strengths as well in terms of their development of players, technique and coordination. That seems to be the strength here, which is great, because we learn as well. We're always learning. At the same time, whatever experiences we've been through, whatever information we have, we can bring it here, start to implement it, execute it, and then raise the level.
So I'm asking you, is it that the cold water on your impression, that before coming here you had very different impression, and after coming here you find it very different with the physical infrastructure? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That's true. It's like, I don't want to criticize, but we have to do something to help them.
Right.
It's like, if you come to United States or to Poland, to Europe, and you see the stadium,
We understand.
it's different.
Right.
Trust me. It's different here. That's why we have plenty to do. Just fixing this, We just want to help. We want to bring it everything, so the player got the same chance, the same stuff to improve play.
Okay. There is Mahesh Prashan. He's asking, Coach, there are many world players who are rusted. They are not delivering. And are you gonna change them and bring new players like Amar Dangol and Deepak Rai? They're asking this question.
Yeah, we're still evaluating. We've seen some matches. We like what we've seen. We have a couple of more games to go this week. We haven't seen all the teams in live games yet, so that's still in the evaluation process. And I know people are anxious to know who it is, but we're not going to rush into decisions. We do have some time before we make final decisions, and we want to make the best decision, and we want to look at the players in as many games as we can.
All right.
It's not secret, I like the goal.
Yeah.
I like this boy, how he played. And if I got chance, I'm gonna send him to Europe because he's worth it. This boy is worth it. It's like investment for the Nepal.
Okay.
Send him, and he's gonna get more experience, and he's gonna back to national team or club team, and he's gonna help improve
Okay,
soccer.
that's great. That's great. And here's a question from Nora Karki. It's a little bit, the organizational part is asking that lots of the previous coaches face lots of interference while selecting the players. Do you entertain?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that question.
It's while selecting the players, lots of interference from the ENFA particularly.
Right.
So how do you take that? Will you interfere that?
No, my job is to look at the players, see what I believe is going to help with the potential of the team. I'm going to go and pick the best players that will fit into what I want to do with the team, and that I believe can excel or handle the next level. And there may be players very talented but might not be able to handle the next level because they need more time, or there may be players that have certain strengths physically and might not be tactically ready as well, or some players may be very good tactically but may need a little bit more time to develop physically. So those are all things we're evaluating. It's been detail after detail. Yes, oh, this is nice. Oh, wow, this is great. Oh, wait a second, can he handle the next level? So that's all the things we're going to take into consideration. Once we've evaluated, we're going to make decisions and move from there.
And we spoke to the president, and he said he's gonna give to us green light. That's
All
why
right. That's
we
great.
choose whatever we think is the best for the national team. We can discuss with them, but still he said, Jack.
Yeah, you have full
he's
authority.
The boss, he's the,
Okay, that's perfect. That's we all the
that's
fans.
the last word.
Really, that's perfect. Another question, Rupendra Sivakoti asks, I want to know that what difference did you see in Nepal's league in comparison to other that where you have been there, and what difference did you find between national players and other national players that you have been, you were so close to other countries like Puerto Rico or somewhere else, and whom do you think the best strikers of Nepal, looking at the present league that you have watched the matches so far after coming to Nepal?
Just the first question I'll take is the one that you asked last in strikers. Like I said earlier, we haven't seen all the games, so don't want to comment on that now. I'm sorry, what was it before that you asked?
The second question, how do you find between Nepal national team players and other players?
It's to me, if you want to compare it to Puerto Rico, there is that technical aspect that can be in some ways similar, but I feel that the coordination and the physical potential is a little bit more. If you compare Nepalese players to the U.S. players emphasize more on the physical and the tactical aspect. So there are some technical aspects that will be stronger in Nepalese players. So that's where I see the difference amongst the players between
Other countries
and Nepalese.
What's your take, Richie?
Simple. Technical is okay. Tactical, question.
Okay.
We have to do something, help to the national team, like
All
Jack
right.
said. That's the point.
Okay, dear Lami Chami asks, how do you, feeling about the level of Nepalese team after watching video clips as well as A Division League? And how do you find the weakness in Nepalese team? What are the weaknesses that Nepalese team have?
I think just the more individual tactics can improve, and also the group tactics. We can place a little bit more emphasis on the roles and responsibilities, and being aware of
Mhm.
where they can be positioned on the field better, and playing together as unit. I think that's a weakness in the game right now. It's a whole big game, but there can be more detailed plays into individual units. So you've got your forward components working a little bit together, then you've got your midfielders unit working together, and then you've got your back four working together. And if you can just add more detail to those units, then you can improve the whole team.
Right, Richie?
Yeah, like he said, the team has to be like unit. It's not possible like defense stay on the 60, midfield on the half, and offense on the another half of the opponent. It's like they have to play
It's
narrow.
a team. It's a team.
And like the team narrow. It's not like every
It's a separating element.
line is like too far.
Okay, some of them have asked, like, we are playing a couple of friendly matches next month, and the important AFC Challenge Cup qualifiers we are hosting here in March, and the Shaft Championship, the most important, and all the Nepalese are really eagerly waiting for that. Are you ready for the challenges?
Yes, it's a work in progress. I look to have successes as soon as possible, and also keep in mind that time is a factor. But I think the most important thing mentally, you need to try to win as fast as you can. If you get it the first time, great, it builds confidence. If you don't get it the first time, you just got to keep believing, take that next step, and monitor the progress of the team. If you're improving the different components, but you're not getting the results, it's not the end of the world. If you're improving and step by step, and you're working towards something, that to me is the most important thing. And we, hope to get the results for this country.
Right, Richie?
And first thing they have to start believe it. I'm good.
Right, that's
I'm good.
perfect. Yeah, right.
It's not the opponent is better like me. That's the first thing. It's like mentally, and then after this we're gonna get success, because that's the point.
So different coaches have different philosophy. Graham Roberts was here and he had a different philosophy. And can you just tell all the GoalNepal.com viewers that what's your philosophy and what strategy that you really prefer for the Nepalese team?
To me, it starts with enjoying the game, and that starts with the culture of the team. Yes, it is a competitive atmosphere, but at the same time, you need to enjoy it. So we will do the best we can with what we've got to present an enjoyable game. In terms of, how we're going to play, well, it's going to be relative to the strengths and weaknesses that we have compared to other teams. There may be teams where we can be more dominant and play very much a possession style game. There will be teams where they may be a little bit better than us physically and might not give us the chance to play that possession style team. So my philosophy is more of a balance. Try to make the team as competitive as you can and get that result. And then hopefully in due time, once you put the work in and you've reached a certain standard, start to dominate and control the game to how we want to play. But that's something that's going to take time.
But there is not particular any team formation that you are looking for right now?
We've discussed it. We've gone back and forth with the different systems. We spoke about 4-4-2. It's pretty dominant in the first division here in Nepal. We've also talked about 4-3-3 system as well. So these are things we're still exploring. These are things where once we bring the players into training camp, we're going to see what they're comfortable with and what I want to implement, and find that balance. That's what the training camp is for, to evaluate the different systems. Then our test will be in the friendlies when we play Pakistan. Yeah, it'd be great to get a result, but those are games for us to explore and see what we're comfortable with. Is it a 4-4-2? Is it a 4-3-3? Maybe we may look at it and say, you know what, this is not working. So
Mhm.
again, it's still an evaluation process.
Right, which is
It's like simple. First you have to know players. It's not like you choose system. No, you have to choose. You have to know player. If they're ready for this system, okay. If not, we have to take another way.
Mhm. So I'm coming to the conclusion right now, and you know, Nepalese people are very much, you know, they are so crazy about the game, and they definitely give respect to the foreign coaches as well. So, what's your message to all those football fans who are closely following Nepalese football, and what you know, what really expectation that you want to, you know, have for the Nepalese fans?
To me, I want to bring the passion. I hope to get the passion out of the team. I've seen how the fans can be very passionate in the stadium, which is great. It's something that we live for and die for.
Mhm.
So for me, that passion is the most important thing. And along the way, just the experience, just from us as a coaching staff, having an enjoyable experience here, presenting a professional culture to the team as well, and making it enjoyable. Once we get that, also having the fan being able to enjoy the national team experience
Right,
as well.
Richie.
First day we went to the game,
Mhm.
and you know what? I went to Spain twice.
Mhm.
It's like something close, not
Alright.
like Poland, not England. They very. It's unbelievable how they react for any situation they feel. I love this. I love this. The spontaneous and it's something I never expect. I was thinking that we go to game and everybody quiet, watch the game. No, every moment they share.
It's lively.
Yeah, this is like I love this. It's like your fan is like Spain.
Mhm.
That's close. You know, they react automatically. If something happens on the field, boom, you hear them.
Okay, last but not least, that we are concluding our interview. Thanks for giving your valuable time for goalnepal.com, and we are presenting this year interview on the main site. And while going, you know, signing off, I just want to ask you, from personal question from my side, will you include some new players in the squad? And
Yes,
can you
I-
name any of them that you are very much, you know, impressed with the new guns?
Yes, I think there's going to be changes within the team. There needs to be changes within the team, just because there can't be any complacency. I think the one that stands out right now, obviously it's in the press, and he's had a good game, was Dango the other day. So that's the one player right now that stands out. And again, we're not going to rush to decisions.
Right.
Again, it's about evaluating him and saying, is he ready for the next level? And we'll have a better idea of that, you know, once we get into training camp.
What's your take on?
We got like 30-something player already, so they have to prove it. I'm better like another player, and he stay in the national. It's like
You have already sorted out the 30 players?
No, just how many?
I'm sorry?
Have you already sorted out the players
We got
for the
more, I think,
national
so.
forthcoming national team camp?
Have we scouted or?
No,
Yeah.
how many players?
Yeah.
I said we've over 30.
We have over 30.
Okay.
We've got a pool of 50 players that we're looking at.
But we can make maximum.
We've still got about a week to go where, again, just a little details, seeing who might have a little bit more than the next person.
So everybody got chance. Just prove it. I'm better like you, and door open to national team.
Thank you so much for giving your valuable time and speaking to us.
All right. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you
Tanya,
so
bye.
much.
Thank you.
Done.